Hello, it's Granny Horse Training, and we're getting Lacey used to a little different gear because I do want a ground driver. And we put the surcingle on, and these are my long driving reins that I made out of ropes and some clips. She's quite interested in them. We're not going to put them on yet today because she's still just getting used to wearing the single surcingle and not having it be a whole saddle on her. So I'm going to leave these here, and we're just going to go and walk around, do a couple of going to mats. Go to that mat. To start to learn to go to that mat. Walk. Yeah, go up there. Walk. She really has to learn to go on ahead of me. We still got the same setup that we were doing lateral lunging, but I'm not going to ask her to do that. Walk. Good girl. Walk. No, we're doing a different game now. Walk. And since we were doing the lateral lunging stuff between the cones, then this is confusing her a little bit. But she has to learn that the game changes and she's got to pay attention to me for direction. So things may look the same, but I'm asking for different things amongst the... And she's a smart horse. She'll figure it out. Walk. Oh, the rope's getting between her legs, but that's okay. She needs to get used to that. Walk. Lacey, walk. Walk. She's coming back to me for direction. Walk. Walk. Good girl. Walk. 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 Good girl. Now what I'm going to do is as I start and walk, go to the next one. And she's getting a rope between her legs. That's okay. She's got to start getting used to the ropes touching her legs. Oh. Walk, walk. See, she's still kind of fixated on. Okay. So now this is the time we got to think about what we're doing here, because she's obviously getting a little confused. Walk. That one. I'm going to pause this and I'm going to change the configuration here. Okay, now we're back. I've taken down the cones. We got nothing here. Okay. Walk. Go to a mat. Your mat. Good girl. Okay. Walk. Lacey, walk. Good girl, good girl. So we may be, and this is what I have to do when I'm ground driving too, is drop the rope behind him. Now stand, stand. Just stand there. You can't be turning around every time. See, there's so many more little steps she needs before she's even ready to put the long lines on and ground drive her. Walk. 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 Good girl. Good girl. And why do I have the rope still attached? Why am I not doing this at liberty? Well, because she's never going to really be at liberty when we're out, is she? Walk. Good girl. I want to start positioning myself further back. Walk. So I start following her. Walk. Walk. Good girl. Good girl. Go on, walk. Good girl. Good girl. And I want to start getting further and further behind her like that. Ah. Walk. Walk. Oh. Good girl. She's going to learn how to do this in no time. Well, I kind of change it up here too. I'm going to be on the outside now. Okay, and go walk. 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 Go to the right. 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 Oh, she's got her leg in the rope again. Lacey? Right. Good girl. Right. Good girl. Walk. 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 Go on. Walk. 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 Good girl. There you go. There you go. Walk. Good girl. You know, it's okay to do it this way to start her out, because once you have those lines on their back, if they start spinning around, boy, what a mess that can be. Walk. So this simplifies it. There's just one rope you're dealing with, one rope she's feeling. Put it up over her back. So walk. Walk. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. She starts getting used to the feel of ropes on her back with me not having to be attached. Okay. And walk. Good girl. Walk, walk. Try to get behind her. Good girl, good girl. Yeah, she's feeling that rope by her tail too. That's another thing. They got to get used to feeling some ropes underneath her tail. So that's something else that you got to introduce them to. Walk, walk up there. Good girl, good girl. So that's why driving, you really got to break it down into little tiny steps. When you see there's some uncomfortableness to it, like I just noticed that with her tail, with that rope by the side of her tail, she wasn't liking that too much. And she got to get used to that. Walk. Good girl, and she's swatting her tail. She's saying, not getting in too close there. So if she was to explode and get all worried about that, well, I'm not attached to her, and she'll sort it out. Walk. Good girl. Okay. Now let's ask her to go in the other direction here. Turn around. I'm just holding pressure there. Okay. Walk. Good girl. That's a good girl. And I got that rope like right next to her tail. It's actually getting right under the edge of her tail. And walk. And Sugar Babe's calling for her. Walk. Good girl. So yeah, this is an example of, you just really break your ground driving down, or if you're training a horse to harness, which she's such a small horse, it might not be a bad idea to train her to wear a full harness. I wish I still had my full harness. I sold it years ago. And walk. She's a good girl. And walk. Walk. Walk up there. No, no, no. No. There you go. Good girl. Walk. Okay. We're just about done here. And walk. Walk. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. You were very good. Okay, let's end this then. I'll come up and ground tie, okay? Come on up here. So, we picked out little things extra things I need to do with her before we actually get the longer lines on her. Like, desensitize her to having things under her tail. And, because we don't want any wrecks. And thanks for watching. This is just the beginning. This is the first time I've done anything like that with her, with the rope on her body like that, and trying to get her to go ahead of me and stuff like that. So, thanks for watching. Bye now.